And My Way, was that a direct kind of
That was
dedication to
inspired
Sid?
by Sid Vicious and Frank Sinatra, and I did the German, my own point of the world view. How fucked up the world is and how everybody just thinks about himself, but one day the big thunder and lightning will happen and then everybody will. So you better think about that now before it's too late and find your love and be happy. It was a fabulous time. Also in London in '86 when I went out all by myself to the clubs just to go dancing, and I always met Lee Bowery in his early artist days, and we were dancing together all night and we were the best friends, and he was also there alone, I was there alone. So things like that, very nice. Also in New York. And then last year I realized that in New York the mayor Giuliani, that they kind of closed down all the after clubs, and it was not allowed to go after hour clubbing anymore. New York became more, settled, and that all the music lovers and the gay community didn't like it. Now they're making a movie about the whole squeeze box experience, and many people speak out in the movie and try to to loosen up this strange law they have in New York that there should be no after parties. It's really horrible, unusual. It's very strange. It's like fascist. It's so good to dance all night, all day and all night. Yeah, because Shiva is dance. Shiva's rhythm, and we should dance the dance of life. And if there's no after clubs, after hours clubs, then what are we gonna do? Just jump on our beds, all alone.
So we've done Ecstasy. Ecstasy.
I didn't know about the drug back then at all. I have
No,
not
I know.
heard of it,
Yeah.
and it was just it's
You were talking
natural,
about being in ecstasy.
in natural
That came
ecstasy.
through. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That always
because
comes
people
through.
asked me back then because somehow that drug came.
You did Rock in Rio for that album, didn't you?
In ecstasy. That was in '85. Yeah, that's when we were invited to go to Rock in Rio. Yeah.
And is it true you played in front of 1 million people? Or?
Well, it was 1 million because it went on for days and days and days and days. But on one evening, it's like
In a stadium was 250,
Right,
260.
okay.
yeah.
And didn't you headline the festival or something?
Yeah, on some days we played twice. It was going on for a week or 10 days or something, and we played twice.
And what was that like? Was that the biggest concert you've ever done?
Yeah, sure. That many people, huge. Yeah.
Were you like in disbelief, or was it like, did you feel you'd come to a certain point that was like a certain plateau in your career to be able to play to that many people?
Well, to make sure that everybody can feel me, because when you just sit a little figure on stage and from far away, so it's the same than when I play in a little club or in this big arena. I just started screaming in the beginning, "I love you," and I meant that. Like everybody, and even the people in the last row, so I screamed it again and again and again until they all
It
were
was a delay
screaming.
around 2 seconds there. It's really funny.
So I woke them up and said, "I love you," so, and then we had the best time.
So Punk Wedding,
Nice.
which
Yeah.
I have never heard, and I'm bitter about it.
Oh, don't be bitter about it. It's just, it was just a maxi
EP,
kind of thing with many versions of the same song. And so basically, this Punk Wedding was meant to be a big punk party but when you organize an open air concert, you need some money. So we said, how can we organize a big punk festival of a spiritual marriage between the united punks of the world, because we were very much in favor of the true punk feeling and movement. And even now these days in New York, then also 1 or 2 years ago, punks and other wonderful people in New York, they squatted houses, and then the mayor came with arms and, wie sagt man, Panzer in English, ammunition and those big tanks. They came with tanks and bombs to the squatted houses, and they wanted them out. But they didn't go out, they stayed in the communards, and then they made lots of benefits concerts, and they bought the houses. And I like that about England in the 70s, that people were able to make a co-op out of a squad. It was great.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I right? The next album was Nina Hagen, wasn't it?
Yeah, then we went with Phonogram.